Hey everyone, how are y'all doing today? Scott here. I want to talk to y'all today about a good friend of mine. His name's Scott Grove of GroovyMusicLessons.com. I know there's a lot of haters out there who, are all the time saying negative things about Scott. Saying bad things about his lessons or his guitar reviews or amp reviews. And I just want y'all to know that these comments y'all keep making about him, these negative comments, they're not right. You don't know Scott Grove, and I know that I don't know him as well as maybe some other people out there that know Scott Grove. But what I do know about him over the last few years is he's a great guitar teacher. He doesn't give you a lot of BS. He shows you, what you need to do, and gives you a roadmap on how to do it. And he's really changed my playing in a lot of different ways. When I first started playing guitar, trying to learn to play guitar, all I could do is just basic, boring strumming, just basic strumming, and it just sounded boring. It probably would have been better rather than listen to my boring strumming. I'm sure it would have been better to sit and watch paint dry. And I'm sure we all know how boring that could be. but I've learned an awful lot because of Scott Grove. When I first started looking at his lessons, I saw some of his free lessons that he has here on YouTube. And I'm like, hey, this guy, I can understand what he's trying to say. He don't sugarcoat nothing. He just, shows you what's what, and, leaves out a lot of the stuff that don't need to be there, that have nothing to do with guitar learning. And it's like I understood what he had to say and what he was showing. And, I started chatting with him some, through YouTube. Of course, I immediately subscribed to his channel, of course, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to Scott Grove's channel. You can learn a lot from him. But, so we started chatting some, and, one day I finally just asked him, hey, Scott, I know you're real busy, you got a lot of lessons that you do and stuff, and you got a lot going on, in your life, but, I asked, would you mind just take a look at a few of my, guitar covers that I had on YouTube? And, he was more than kind enough to, do that for me. He looked at a few of my videos, told me what he thought about them, and he acted like he believed in me. And more importantly than him just, believing in me, he made me believe in myself. He made me believe that, I can learn guitar, that anybody out there can learn guitar. If you just put your mind to it, work hard, practice every day, you can achieve your goals when it comes to learning guitar. Anybody can do it. I don't care who you are. There's a lot of guitar instructors out there that act like, learning guitar is not for everybody. I don't agree with that. I believe that anybody can learn who put their mind to it, and Scott made me believe that I can learn new things, that I can do more than just basic strumming. Like for example, before I started watching Scott Grove's lessons, I tried to do this, but I never could. But then after watching his lessons, I started picking up this. I know that's not perfect. I'm still learning. We're always learning. Even the best guitar players out there, they still have something new to learn every day. You're always learning, and I still got a lot to learn. But like I said, I've come a long ways from just basic strumming. I've come a long way from that. You know, before I couldn't do stuff like this. I couldn't do little things like that, and yeah, I know I messed up a little bit, you know, but you know, I'm not perfect. I'm still, as I said, I'm still learning. But you know, before Scott Grove, I couldn't do little things like that. Like I said, he made me believe in myself. He believed, you know, that I could do this. He believed that I had the drive, the determination to learn. And you know, his help, his lessons has really helped me a great deal. You know, I'm doing things now that I thought I would never be able to do before. You know, I mean, like, well, for starters, one thing he taught me, you know, people out there, they like to do their G chord, do the old three-fingered way with your, you know, but that sounds boring. And it sounds out of tune. But that right there, the four-finger G, sounds so much better. And then for those out there who may not know how to do the four-finger G, it's real easy. All you do is you move this finger up one string. Like before, you were playing your G chord with your ring finger on the high E string, 3rd fret, your pointer finger on the A string at the 2nd fret, and your Johnny Cash finger on your middle finger, in other words, on the G string of the 3rd fret. And that's, I'm sure you'll agree, that sounds horrible. Well, according to Scott, he said it would be better to move your ring finger up a string to the B string on the 3rd fret and then add your little pinky to the high E on the 3rd fret. Now listen to it. Much better sounding chord. I'm sure you agree with me. And you know, Scott showed me that, and you know, for such a long time, all I would do is this type of chord, and it took me a long time to retrain my fingers to do the four-finger G, because I seemed to really struggle when it came to changing from the G to the C. But I finally got the hang of it. It just takes a lot of practice, a lot of determination, and you can do it. So, you know, if you haven't already subscribed to Scott's channel, you need to do so, because I'm telling you, he knows what he's talking about. You know, he's a great instructor. He's a heck of a nice guy, and I'm grateful to have met, you know, him and started watching his lessons, because if it weren't for Scott, I'd still be lost in my guitar playing. You know, and I also, while I'm on here doing this video, I want to apologize to everybody for not, you know, doing more covers that I, you know, like had been doing. But I'm just so, you know, overwhelmed with work. My guitar playing is, you know, I'm not able to play and practice as much as I would like to because of my work schedule. But you know, so that's another reason why it takes me a little longer to learn certain things, because I don't have as much time to put into it like I once did. But I'm trying, you know, to add as, you know, practice as much as I can. And but yeah, you need to check out Scott Grove. He's got some great lessons, and I believe that, you know, you'll enjoy what he has to say and teach. And you know, I just love watching his videos, especially when there's something I need to know, like about a particular guitar or amp. I know I can, you know, watch one of his reviews and learn an awful lot about it. And but Scott, I just want to appreciate you, tell you how much I appreciate you and what you've done for me in my guitar learning. I know I still got a ways to go, but with your lessons, I know I'll get there. And I really do thank you, buddy, for all you've done. I think you're a great friend and a great guitar instructor, and I'm proud to call you my friend. And I'm proud to be able to tell people, hey, I learned from this guy. He's helped me a lot, and I'm hoping that y'all will follow my lead and watch his lessons. Because I'm telling you, if you're struggling in your guitar playing, he can help you. He can really help you. Just, give his lessons a chance. And, please don't be posting anything negative about him. That's not nice. That's not nice. My mom always taught me was if you didn't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So, and I'm a firm believer in that. I try to be nice to everybody, and I just don't understand why there's people out there that has to be so negative about stuff, especially about somebody trying to teach other people who want to learn to play guitar. Well, I, for one, Scott, appreciate you and what you do, and, I thank you. I thank you for what you've taught me. I love, playing the guitar. I love learning new things, and I couldn't do stuff like that before. I tried to learn how to finger pick, but I just couldn't do it. I just could not get my fingers to work right. And I know that's just a basic pattern I'm doing, but I've learned with that basic pattern, you can do a lot of different things with just that basic pattern. But now, so that's going to push me to learn other finger picking patterns. And now that I got a pretty decent grasp at just this right here, I believe that eventually I'll be able to do other little patterns. But yeah, so check Scott Grove out. I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did. Well, this is why I believe in Scott Grove, because he's taught me a lot. The biggest important thing that he's taught me was that I can play guitar, I can learn guitar, I just have to believe in myself. And he helped me to start believing in myself that I can do this. And again, I appreciate you, Scott. Thank you so much for all your great lessons. And well, I guess that's all I got to say for now. But subscribe to his channel, and also, if you get a chance, subscribe to my channel as well, because I will try to do some covers real soon. Working on a few new songs I'm trying to learn. Hank Jr.'s song, country, well, if I can get my singing voice going, country music singers have always been a real close family. Lately, some of my kinfolks disowned a few others and me. I guess it's because kinda changed my direction. Lord, I went and done and changed my family tradition. Anyways, I'm still struggling with the B7 chord, but that's his video lesson. I mean, not lesson, but maybe someday. Maybe I'll be able to do lessons someday. But no, that's going to be a cover I'm going to do eventually. But I got to get that B7 chord down a little better. But I'm better than what I used to be doing it. But that's going to be something I'm going to do. And then I may even do thought even doing possibly doing a Waylon Jennings cover. Any ideas out there? What one maybe I should do? I'm actually kind of leaning towards either Good Hearted Woman, him and Waylon and Willie, or Looking Back Texas, one of the two. Been learning that song as well. But anyways, but like I said, that's some things that I've been learning from Scott Grove. Still got a ways to go. Like I said, we're all learning, but I know that with his lessons, I will get there, and you can too. Thank you once again, Scott, and I hope you have a great day. Gerald, if I forgot to mention you, just want to say howdy to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well as well. And well, y'all have a great day. And again, subscribe to Scott Grove's channel as well as my channel. Bye bye.